If you listen to or watch the show every day, you might think I only pick overs. Wrong. Wrong you would be. You'd be so very, very wrong. I'm not just telling people what they want to hear and saying, you're going to go over your win total. It's going to be great. Nope. Some teams are going to really stink this year. Look, I'm a long time, shall we say, follower. I don't think admirer is the right word, of Justin Wilcox and his tenure with the California Golden Bears. There have been flashes of really good ball, and then there have been losses to Florida State and Colorado in the last couple of years. So those things have all transpired, and it's hard to trust that Justin Wilcox will do anything beyond what he's done already. It's also hard to trust that he'll be worse than what he's done already. Because when you go look at the guy's track record, conference slate is not a great thing to look at. Overall record, though, pretty solid. Pretty darn solid. Not great, but definitely not terrible. He just finds a way to be around 500. Their win total's 5.5. I'm taking them under this year. There's a lot of turnover. And for my YouTube audience, I'll throw up my preseason ACC power rankings. I have Cal at 10. It's possible I have them too high. It's possible that they should be down in the 12, 13, or some people maybe even have in the 15 range. I'm not in that camp personally because though it has been a challenging offseason, I don't think Brian Harsin's the worst offensive coordinator you could have possibly hired. They're probably starting Devin Brown at quarterback, the Ohio State transfer, former blue chip recruit. What can they get out of him? I don't know. They got a lot out of Fernando Mendoza. Did you know who that was? He's Indiana's quarterback now. And a lot of people talk about him as how great he can be and such. And, well, there's been a lot of chaos in the quarterback room for Cal in the last few years. Can Devin Brown stabilize it? We'll see. But let's not pretend like Mendoza was some world-beating recruit. Brown's got more arm talent on paper. He just doesn't have the experience yet. So that's why game one, new system, a lot of new pieces here. Every running back that has ever played for the history. Marshawn Lynch hit the transfer portal this offseason from the Bears, okay? That's how dramatic their losses at running back were at one point in time. They backfilled, but they don't have Jaden Ott anymore, who was the driving force of their offense the last couple of years. So figuring out with a new offensive coordinator, a new quarterback, and no Jaden Ott, I'm not taking you to win on the road week one at, wait for it, can my Pac-12 fans please stand up, Oregon State. Yeah, the Beavs are favored in this game, by the way. They should be. It's game one at Reser. What a phenomenal game one for the Beavs in a season that, as I talked about last week on the show with Oregon State, is potentially, hopefully, for those in Corvallis, a setup year for a playoff caliber season come 2026. But I've got a quarterback I trust in Malik Murphy, a coach that I kind of like in Trent Bray, TBD. But I've got a home field advantage. Week one, I take continuity over new every time in week one, and I'm taking Oregon State to win that game. Then they play Texas Southern. That'll be a win. Then their first real home game in Berkeley is against Minnesota. And you know what? It's easy to dunk on Minnesota from time to time. PJ Fleck is solid. And I'm going with the Golden Gophers here. I don't know. This will be a really ugly game. This is going to be like 18-16, okay? Someone's going to win that game. This feels like the annual tradition we've got at this point, frankly, where Cal misses a field goal to win a game, and then you look back and go, wow, if that field goal gone in, things would have been really different. So I'll take it to be the Minnesota game. At San Diego State, I think the Aztecs are improved as a Mountain West team. Cal's got more talent on the field, even with all the transfer portal turnover. They've got a lot of guys coming in. They had a lot of guys go out. I think they'll beat San Diego State. At Boston College, here's my rule with the ACC, and frankly, for the Big Ten as well. If you are making a trip to the other side of the country, you have to give me an insanely compelling reason as to why you're way better than that other team. Because teams that are traveling 2 and 3 time zones in these new super conferences, they just haven't been performing very well. So I'll take Boston College, who I don't have power rated super high in the ACC coming into this season. I've got them down at 12, a couple spots below Cal, but cross-country trip with true home field advantage for the Eagles, I'll give Bill O'Brien that one. Duke at home. This is an example of what I'm talking about. Okay, Duke quietly was a real good team last year under Manny Diaz. They might have upgraded. They feel they upgraded at quarterback from Malik Murphy, who I really like, to Darian Mensah coming over from Tulane. Duke was a better team last year. They should be a better team this year than Cal across the board. So I do think they can go to Berkeley and win that game. Now, the next week, though, I have Cal with a bounce back because North Carolina's coming to Berkeley. And guess what? I do not like North Carolina. I am fading them all the way. Another under bet for the Power 4 teams I've talked about. Well, I've done G5 teams as well. So North Carolina is the first one I did because it's my favorite under. They are 7.5. I think that's dramatically overvalued. I am down on North Carolina, so I'll take Cal to win. I'll take Cal to lose at Virginia Tech, but beat Virginia at home. Lose at Louisville, who's a much better team. Win at Stanford because the Cardinals are in chaos, and then lose to SMU because that's just a significantly better football team at the moment with a quarterback who I trust a lot more. But who will Cal's quarterback be by game 12 against SMU? I don't really know. I mean, it's been a wild ride for the Bears at quarterback the last couple of years. Hopefully they have some consistency in Devin Brown, but I'm landing 5-7. And look, would it shock me if they made a bowl game and went 6-6 again? No, it wouldn't. This is just what Justin Wilcox does. No matter the circumstance, he figures out a way to hang around bowl eligibility, to fight to be kind of interesting, sort of, but not really, fighting and scrapping and clawing to get out of the middle of the conference. I don't think a year where they've been decimated by the portal and have so many new things, and Ron Rivera's new in there as GM, and what does that mean for the urgency that Justin Wilcox coaches with, or the pressure? Does that affect any decisions he makes? I don't know. I don't know how all that's working. I have a lot of questions about Cal. It's why I don't have them higher in my power rankings. It's why I'm taking them to miss a bowl game this year. Does it result in Justin Wilcox's firing? Probably not, because at this point, 5-7, almost made a bowl game. I mean, I could see him doing it. If I were the athletic director, I could get behind it. But that decision comes down to Ron Rivera now, the general manager who's really running the program. So fascinated to see how it all plays out. But I've got Cal sitting there 5-7, missing a bowl game. Just the way I see it. I call it how I see it, like an umpire, but a good one, like automated balls and strikes. Can't wait for ABS in Major League Baseball. Let's end with that on a college football show. Appreciate everyone listening. I'll see you next time. Until then, hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.